I have to do, sometimes I'll sit down, I'll do 50 videos back on back in one day.
But you know what I find is when it's spontaneous with errors, it's even better.
Yeah, it's much more spontaneous. Okay, so I'm in Hamburg. Yesterday I presented the Atlasprofilax annual meeting. I've met Matthew Voix before in England, who introduced me to the group, and I was very interested in looking at various different concepts that seem to be thinking along very similar lines, and I really think the Atlasprofilax is thinking very similar lines. The concept was started not as a science but as a therapy for someone who was looking for answers. An individual guy who had problems with his Atlas, who was literally given up all hope and was experimenting with almost anything, and I think he hit upon something. In medicine there's a lot of shortcuts that we don't fully understand but work, and I think the Atlasprofilax fits into this group. And I was very surprised with the relationship between how I'm thinking and how they're thinking. I mean, effectively, we're both looking at forward head posture and we're trying to correct it, coming up and backwards, and seeing the multitude of beneficial effects this seems to create. And it's hardly surprising when we think of the amount of vital nerves and the fact that the head moves. Head movements have such an important effect on the whole body. Now, I've also been impressed with, in the relatively short space of time, how this group has been trying to find some good quality science to back up what it's been doing. It's not easy, and it's a really quite a mixed group of people that are involved within the group, which in some ways is quite beneficial because it brings many ideas and many concepts to the table. And I think that out there are many different groups like this, such as orthotropics, such as Atlasprophylaxis, such as you go back in time and look at things like the Mackenzie chin tuck, all thinking in different ways about the same problem. And really, if we want to gain better body posture, Atlasprofilax could easily provide a very useful adjunct to help us achieve that. I think that it's very important for us to be stretching out the muscles here. I was interested when they described to me the upper cross syndrome, this which seems to be popular within the osteopathic world, where they're talking about the strain of us working in a forward position, and many people training with the sort of the beach muscles on the front is pulling us forwards and down. So it's very important to stretch these muscles up and back. It's very important to release the tensions in the atlas so the atlas can return to a better position, or the head can return to a better position on the shoulder. But also, from my point of view, from an orthotropic point of view, to get that tongue up on the roof of the mouth, to provide some anterior head support. And I think as we start approaching this from different angles, we can really help people. We can move things apart. We can make people better. And at the end of the day, this is the task. And I think a multidisciplinary approach to achieving this is vital.
Any personal experience?
My personal experience, well, I was given an expert treatment by Vladimir yesterday, and of course I'm a healthy individual, so it's a little bit difficult to ask someone who's really already working hard on the neck posture, but it has helped me get my posture further up. It's given me a little, I've still got a little extra motion, and I'll carry on working. And one interesting thing is I'm struggling to get the back third of my tongue fully up on my palate. Now why? Well, I can only imagine that palate's gone up further. So that's an interesting point. You know, I'll carry on working there because obviously I want to go, but I'm going to have to re-educate myself on getting the posterior third of my tongue on the roof of my mouth. That was interesting. Anyway, it's one step at a time. I will always keep you posted. And here's another thing in our bag of tricks.
Thank you very much.
Therapy.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mike.